Everybody, my name is Crudelis Mortis, the owner of the development agency called Core, and today I'm going to be putting everything that we summed up into the first episode and applying it to Roblox Studio here. Today we are going to make a simple house to kind of get the idea and to kind of get used to your tools. If you want, you can follow along. Just to let everyone know in advance that I will mess up quite a few times. It happens to the best of us. It's not going to be a detailed house, it's just going to be a simple house that incorporates all these tools over here. Well, at least most of them. And anyway, let's just get to it. So, if you want to make a house or any sort of structure, the first thing that I like to do is make the floor. Now, the floor is probably one of the most important. Let me change my increments really quick. That's one of the most important thing. But if you want the most important thing to take to consideration when you're trying to build something is to always do the floor first. The floor kind of sets out the layout of the house, and it kind of sets up sets up where all the walls are going to be going. And so you want to lay it out first. So that probably right there is going to be the garage. No, I'm not going to be adding any sort of vehicles or anything, but right now let's just make this is probably going to be the front of the house over here. I'm actually just going to delete those. And I'll actually try and do my old house. So it's about a square, and then we had a little sunroom back here, so it kind of looks like this. This probably needs to be extended out. Alright, so this is going to be the layout of the house. A nice garage, sunroom, and then the main house. I'll actually extend this forward a little bit. Alright, so here's basically your layout. Now what I'm going to be doing is, now we need a floor design. What most developers like to do is just a simple, well, first off, they like to make the floor probably black. So now what I do is that you want to come up with a design for your floor. Your floor is probably what a lot of people look at. The floor is just all atmosphere. So for right now, we're gonna go over here to marble, and then we're gonna make it white to kind of make that tile. Bring it down here, like that. Make it a little bit smaller. Now, when you're making floors, increments are literally everything. So what I like to do is I like to do around 3, 3, 3. I could probably make it a little bit bigger. I'll actually make it twice as big. We'll go 6, 6, 6. Oh, I did not mean to say it like that, but it's for building purposes. So right about there. So you always want to start off in a corner, so then you can do this. Ready? So since your brick is about 6 studs long, I'm going to simply make it into about 6.05. So then there's a little crevice in between. Now I can select both of them, boom, boom, and then so on. I'll speed up this process, and then I'll show you the end part. Alright, so here's what we got so far. So I'm trying to make the layout of the, I actually have to do down here, now that I think about it. But what I'm trying to do is that I'm setting up the floors so that I can also make a wall somewhere. It's kind of like a divider is what I'm trying to make, really. So then I'll just take 2 and just put them right there. So now you kind of see another room forming over here, which is basically my plan. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a staircase about right here, and then I'll probably put a bathroom over there, and then just wall is all around there. But as for right now, I'm gonna be making now the floor for this room over here. Which, by the way, if you want to change floors, you always want to have some sort of divider. So I'm actually just going to extend this out a little bit. It's about right there. So now when you want to do a floor, you want to have a divider. My personal divider is that I take a block, which is right here. I'll change it to wood, about maybe a lighter kind of wood. We'll change it to a wedge. Let me change the increments to kind of make it more specific. Put it down a little bit, not too far, maybe about that. in, make it more down, a little bit more, about right there. So this is how I make my divider. It basically shows the transitioning from one floor to another, which is extremely important in this case. I feel like it's a little bit too big, so let me just turn it down like that. Alright, so now that I have this, you now want to copy it and then rotate it, that part, and then just do that. So now it should look like this. So here's your divider right here. What I do is just go right on top of that, and then divide it out. Which, hold on, in this case they're probably not centered, which is not surprising. So about right there, but let me take this, extend it out, this, extend it out, and there we go. We have a nice floor divider. It's what you see in most houses. They have this kind of divider. What I'm going to do is that there's going to be a wall here and then a wall here to kind of a wall over there. And I'm not sure what to put in there. Maybe I could do a couple more. Hold on. I could probably do more of these. So I'll do 6.05. Then I'll just speed this part up for you. Alright, so here's what we got. So we have mostly tile, and since the floors are going to be changing, I want to quickly just, since the floors are changing, this is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to change this floor into wooden planks. Now, the wooden planks are not very difficult to do, basically the same thing as a, wait, is this far? Oh my god, I didn't realize how far down that was. Alright, so I'm just going to go up. And now, I'm just going to change this to wood. I'm going to change it to the wood brown. You want to have it a different color from one another so then you can obviously see that transition. Make it a little bit thicker, like just about that thick. And then we'll bring it out all the way to here. So now I need to see how big it is. So here's the thickness right here. The thickness is 1.3 across, or just about. I'll change it to 1.3. So now I'm probably going to change my increment here to 1.35. And now there should be a little crevice in between, which there is. And now I'll just do the same thing as I did with the tile. I'll speed this up for you. Alright, so here's our little wooden floor right here. I'm actually going to be extending these out just a little bit. But I'll just take this, and now you want to get the right measurement for it so that it's just about perfect. So I'll just be scooting this up. That'll go right there. This will go out about right there. And then what I'll do is I'll select all these all the way across. By the way, what I'm doing is I'm holding down Control and then clicking. I forgot to mention that. And then I just drag it out. So now here we go. Here's another room that we made. Now I'll do the same thing for the separator for the bathroom that we're going to be having. Which it'll be just about right about there. Then I'll just drag this in. Which now it's really annoying, so hold on. So I'll use the increments once again to kind of get the perfect size for it. And then there we go. There's that little divider right there. I'll actually scooch it out a little bit. So now there's our divider. Now I'll take this, move it on out, and since bathroom tile seems to be, my bathroom tile, my old house was it's pretty small, but it was like a yellowish. Oh, whoops, I kind of lost it. I lost it. Well, we'll just change that to 3. Scoot it on up. Now, it was like a tan of a sort, so we're going to see how I could do this here. It was kind of like that tan. I guess this will work for now. So we'll once again start from the corner. And then, since it's 3, we're going to change to 3.05. and boop, boop, all the way across. Alrighty. Actually, I want to save room for a laundry room right there. Just a little bit though, it doesn't have to be intense. Just do that, that, that. So there's our bathroom. And I will actually be reducing these a little bit more. Be about 2, 1 probably. Alrighty. I don't have to worry about this gap right here since there's going to be a wall going all the way around. So here's what we got so far. In here I'm not going to worry about. I'm just going to leave it as dead space. So what I'm going to be doing is that where I have the marked highlights at this point, I'm probably just going to be adding in the walls. Just all the way around. Actually, up until about right there, then that'll be a laundry room, which I'll actually do that. 6.05. Yep, and it fits perfectly. And that's what increments do. They make everything perfectly fit, which is pretty good. So now it's time to now I'm gonna add the separator between the places which I think need it. So over here we had a sliding door of a sort. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do a different separator for that one. I'm going to use the separator on the garage over here. So we had a garage door. Actually, the garage was lower than that, so I'm actually going to lower that till about right. It was actually out. It was out like that. It was weird. Yeah, you know what? We'll just do that. So I'm going to have the garage door right about here-ish. Alrighty. Alrighty, then I'll just reduce that so that's even. Go back. Alrighty. So we have the main house's floors done. I know it's a little bit buggy up there, but I wouldn't really worry about it. So now what we're going to be doing is that we're just going to be doing a simple idea for a wall. My walls were like a yellow of a sort, which we go back to normal. My walls were some sort of yellow. It wasn't like a very vagrant yellow. It might have been that yellow. And I'm just going to make it smooth plastic for the time being. If you want, you could do concrete. I'm actually probably going to do concrete since it mostly looks like it. But right now, I'm not going to actually place the wall down. Right now, I'm just going to try and determine the height of it. I'm going to be going into test mode and testing it out to see how big it is. This should be a pretty big house. Yeah, it's a decent sized house. The wall was a little bit smaller, so about right there. And that'll be and then this will be kind of our template a little bit. So every single wall needs some sort of design to it. So we're just going to be doing there, out, and then we'll do it up top too, but it'll be just a little bit smaller. And then there's our wall. Now, just a reminder, I'm going to be adding like pictures to it and stuff. It'll be nice. So now here's our wall. I'm actually going to change the color. It was a little bit less. It was kind of like that. I guess that'll work. So now that you have this down, these will all move the same because they're all facing in the same direction. So now I don't have to worry about the inside. So I could literally do. I could just do that. But since there's nothing going on the inside, I don't even have to worry. I could just do whoop and that'll be fine. But in this case I'm not, because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to these things. Now when you build, you have to keep in mind of where you want to put stuff. So I'm going to be adding a staircase right about here to the second floor. So I'm just going to mind myself and use these tile as kind of our reference here a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of avoid that. And then I'm actually just gonna raise this to about right there. I shouldn't have done that. Let me just poke it out a little bit. And then I'm actually just going to raise both of these. Actually, no. Wait a minute. Maybe I should. No. This is fine. Then I'll just drag these across. So you kind of have a little doorway for a little staircase. And that's why I'm leaving this area blank, because we need the stairs. And now I'm just going to be adding these walls all along. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to put on some music for you. You could just enjoy the show while I put these walls up. And we're going to go into test mode, and we're going to test out to see how well they look at the end of it. Alrighty, so basically here we have, so these are going to be the basic walls. I'm actually just going to extend them. I'm actually just going to do this really quick. Alright, so these are basically the interior walls. These are most likely going to have no windows to them, but I might add them eventually. Hold on, I kind of did this wrong. There we go. Righty, then you. Then you. Alright, so basically the house is somewhat coming along. This house is, of course, going to be having windows. I'm not going to be adding windows over there, but these over here are going to be having some windows. But it's coming out pretty nice so far. It's probably like 2% done, but right now I'm just going to be focusing in on the exterior, this is probably going to be a two-part video here. But as for right now, what I'm going to do is that I have not taught you guys this. It's going to be, here's how we're going to be making these windows. So right now I'm just going to be adding a bunch of walls on the outside. So just all around here. I'm going to be keeping the same design. It'd be a pretty lame house without windows. And we're going to be doing something called, we're going to be doing the negate and union tool. So I'm not going to do the garage right now. Oh, and this is also going to be, this over here is going to be a, I forgot that there is also a door here. Oh wait, I already added the door. Sweet. Okay. About right there. About right there. So that's going to be windowless. You don't really have windows that face outside the garage. And I also forgot that there's a room back here. There's a whole nother room that we have to look at. It's back here. Once again, it was all tile. And I'm actually just going to speed this up really quick for you guys. Alrighty, so here's our little added room over here. It's a very open house. So once again, there's going to be no windows on this wall either. I'm just going to rotate it and just going to put it into place here. And let me change back the increment. 0.0001 and about right there. And across. Alrighty, so this was a living room, this was a garage, this was a bathroom, empty space, family room, kitchen, dining room, sunroom, and then a nice little patio out here. But here was basically the basic layout. Sorry that it's all glitching over there, it's not really supposed to be doing that. But I also forgot that this can also be extended out into the garage, right about there. So now I also forgot about the front door too. There was also a front door, which was about right there. And we're just going to be changing this to about right there. It was a pretty big door. It was a double door. So I'm going to be very considerate of that and just kind of open it up a little bit. Okay. It was it was a decently sized double door. It wasn't huge or anything, but maybe about that size. Sometimes you just gotta eye a lot of things when it comes to building. Alrighty. So now with Windows. Windows is it's pretty simple, but it could get difficult for most people, but this is gonna be called this specific tool is called the negate and union tool, which basically you take it. So I'm gonna just show you a quick example really quick. So I'm going to change to concrete, which is the same material as this wall. For this window, we just had one big window. Right about. It was basically took up the entire wall. And it was somewhat towards the center, and it was long. It was really long. Maybe about that long. And we had a couch in front of it, which I'll be doing. So we had that. So we had this window. Now, in order to negate an object, you're basically telling Roblox, hey, since this object is negated, whatever is with it, this whole area is going to be erased. So for example, if I select the negated tool and this wall right here, and I union them, this whole wall is going to be out. And then that's a window, as you could tell. Right? So there we go. Now we can see inside the house. I'm pretty sure that you could walk through it too if you wanted to. I'm pretty sure, but if you want to get a nice little first look at it, we got everything going here. It's coming out pretty well. And you could just walk through too if you wanted to. Alrighty. So now that we have a wall, the problem with unions is that you can't really change it, you can't scale it, so you have to be certain. So when you scale it, it'll change the entire size of it. Like I can make the wall really small. But that's not what I'm gonna do. So you have to be absolutely for sure that you want that brick to be there. So to make a window, as I showed you in the first episode, I would take smooth plastic, change the transparency to 0.5, change the reflectiveness to 0.2, and then simply just put it in place for right now. I'll make it a little bit thicker so that's more realistic. Right about there. Extend it out. Oh, I also forgot that I had a closet too. I had a closet over there. I had a closet like, I think it's around over here, so I'll probably add that too. But for right now, let's just put this window into place. Alrighty, nice window. Alrighty. So there's our nice little window, and now what we had was, I'm going to take another block, smooth plastic. I'm actually going to make it wood. It was wood. And now I'm just going to make a design for the window. It was white wood, but I might make it a little bit darker so you can see it. I'm actually going to make this lighter. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make that lighter. And then this is going to be a gray kind of wood, so then you can see it a little bit better. So that's going to go right there. I'm going to make it a little bit, just a little bit thinner. And now I'm going to make the design. Increments also come in handy when it comes to these things. So let's say if you want it to really be even, what I like to do is I like to start inside this wall, and then I like to go out. So let's say I want them about 7 apart. Take that, 7, copy, 7, copy, 7. Then you have to kind of eye it. As you can see, they're kind of uneven, so I'm going to change my increments to 0.001. Kind of just try and even it out and eye it the best I can. Which right about there seems suitable. And then I'll take this, rotate it, and then I'll do the same thing. But instead I'll separate them by 4. So 4, a little bit less, 3. So 3, across, and then 3. That's about right. Now, when it comes to windows, what every single window needs is a border. I like to do the same color for the border, but it's really easy. All you got to do is that you want to line up your brick against the wall and just kind of make it like this. The thickness doesn't really matter. It depends how precise you want it. But this is what I do. I just simply go along the wall. I copy and bring this down and just kind of eye it the best I can, and then all the way over here. And then I haven't tried this yet. It just popped up in my head. I'm wondering if I can do this a lot quicker if I just do. Oh, it's not. Why is it not letting me select? Oh, that's because I'm selecting the union. Alright, so I'll select that. Then I'll select that. Now I want to see if I copy it. Then I rotate it. Yeah, it'll be perfect just like that. Well, the more I learn, I just need to kind of even it out a little bit. About right there, about right there. So now that we have a border all the way around, and now it looks like a window. Seems pretty simple to me. And this is how it looks on the inside. I'm actually going to raise these a little bit. I feel like that they're too far out, or too far down. Raise them just about right there. Alrighty. So now that's how you do a window, and now there's going to be a couple more windows that I'm just going to be quickly doing, so I'll just speed up the video for you for the time being. Alright, so here we have it. We got window in the dining room, that's about right. And we got a window above the kitchen sink. I'm actually going to change this. I want this to be a little bit higher. It's about right there. Then I'll change that to union. And now there we go. So that's going to be the kitchen sink window, which we had. We're going to have a nice little sunroom, and then there's going to be windows all along over there. I actually broke a window that was in this corner while we were moving out of this house. So a little tip about me. But so we're just gonna basically do the same thing as this window. It's basically the same design. So I'm just gonna, to save time, I'm just gonna take this and bring it over here. Then what I like to do is that I like to cover up my tracks here. So I like to just do this, and then no one's really gonna catch you for doing this. They can't see through bricks most times. So I just make sure that it's centered. And then all I do is just whoop all the way across, just like that. And especially if it's in a straight line like my house was. It's just like that. So now we have our basic. I might add a, nah, that one would look good, never mind. So here we go. So now we got the windows all set, and I just realized that I can't do that because that's a door and I need it to be able to walk through the door, so I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to bring it to about right there. Okay. So there we go. Now basically the exterior is done. I'm pretty happy about it. Wait, I forgot about the damn windows. What am I talking about? So we're just going to take these. Now I know that it doesn't look good right now, but we're just going to rescale these. It was just a simple design of kind of like a cross, but it's a little bit smaller for these windows. Okay, I'm actually just going to scale it here while I see it. About right there on each side. And now I'll just do that. Do that. Scale it out. Do. Going to be adding the borders, and then the down border, just about like that. So there's our window. Looks pretty even to me. That'll be for now. Okay, I selected everything, so I'm just going to bring this over here. Over here. Yep. Down. Looks about right. Move it to the left. Same thing over here. Just going to make sure that it's just about even. That looks just about right. Just going to quickly do this door while I'm here. Oh, that's a problem. So I've come across a wall that's uneven. It's a really simple fix. All you got to do is just do that and just bring it out. Right there. And make sure, yep, the corners are all connected. And I'm just going to reduce that by a lot. Just going to even that out. I also want to make sure that the doorways are all even. I don't want to have too big of a doorway, because then I'll have different size doors, which that is 100% not what I want. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to be adding a little secret here. So, what we used to have an outdoor cat that would go in, that we had cut a hole into the wall right around over here. It was behind a couch. And so that's what makes games great, is that they have little secrets about them. So that's going to be my little secret for this game. I'm going to change it. Yeah, it's already at concrete. But instead of just, it's about that big. That wide. But instead of, since it's lower, I'm actually going to be taking both. So hold on, I'll show you. So it was about right there. It was behind the center couch. So we're going to use the negate tool. Whoops. And it's not on both sides. So let me just make sure it's on both sides. Now we're going to take the negate tool. And what we're going to do is that we're going to select the back wall and this wall and union them together. And it made this little hole right here. Ta-da! And let me actually just map out the boiling room really quick that we had, which it ranged from right about here. We had little coat racks on the side, and it stretched to about here. Hey, sorry, Ma. I'll be out in a sec. Alright, bye. And there we go. I actually forgot about the doorway. Right about there. And on the inside over here. Alright, I'll take this. Create this inside. Make sure that it's even. Scale this to make it the appropriate size. Rescale this. And there's a little door. It's a boiling room. Little thing for the cat. I'll probably add like a little cat litter over there. And there we go. Our exterior is basically done, at least for the main house, but I'm just going to stop it there. I just want to thank all you guys for watching this episode. We've been over a couple things, such as the negate tool and the union tool, and kind of how to set up where you want to be. The floors we went over the windows, and next episode we're probably going to be finishing up this downstairs, at least for the exterior on the downstairs, and then we'll be going to be getting through the furniture and stuff. But so far it's coming off pretty good. I'm going to test mode really quick, and we're just going to take a closer look at it. So you walk through the house, got your bathroom over here, your nice separator that you guys learned about, nice little bathroom. And then I'm also going to be and we got nice hardwood floors in here. All goes in evenly. That's going to be weird, but it's alright. Probably have to lower it a little bit. Oh, I forgot to do the design over here. This is going to be the dining room right here. We had an open dining room. A screen door, little hole for the cat, and the windows. We're going to have a TV in between. This is going to be a little island that we had, like a little countertop over here that people can sit up all around and stuff. I'll probably add a window over here just for good looks. And there we go. And this is going to be a nice little laundry room in here. And then we're going to have the stove and cabinets all along here. And kitchen sink, dishwasher, more cabinets up top and all that. But so far it's coming out great, but I just want to thank everyone again for watching. Make sure to go to our group called Core, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks again.